Okay, now that I got the wheels mounted up, I realized that I put them on the wrong side. The spokes are situated in such a way that they're built for the right side or the left side wheel. And I realized that ice puts a little sticker on theirs so you can determine the left and the right side, and I just wasn't paying attention. So now I gotta switch the wheels around and do that. Then on to something else. Now that I've found what I believe is the most comfortable trike seat or bike seat for me, which is my Ergolux seat on my Ice Sprint X, I'm in a quest to find the most comfortable shoes or pedals. And when we went down to the big honkin' trike rally in Inverness, Florida a few weeks back, I found a few people that were riding with these, what they called Franken pedals, and it was basically just a large platform pedal, but they said it eliminated their hot foot. Also, the bike shop that we went to, one of the bike shops that's right on the Willacoochee, or however you say it. I don't know how you say that. I don't know. That trail in Florida that's by Inverness, the bike shop there has them on all of their rental trikes. And the guy inside said, look, if you want to get rid of hot foot, that's the pedal to go with. Now, it's a silly looking pedal. It's not all fancy schmancy. But if I don't have to wear special shoes, and I don't have to wear special, you know, and I guess these are special pedals, but I don't have to wear any special pedals that do anything, and I don't have to wear special shoes when I get off my trike. I don't have to walk around all funny. But more importantly, when I get to riding 20 or 30 or 40 miles, I don't have tingling in my toes and hot foot in my toes and in the ball of my feet and all that stuff. If these pedals can eliminate that, then I'm all for it. So today I'm going to switch the wheels around and put them on the correct side, and then I'm going to install these pedals, and I'm going to give them a good test out, and I'll let you know how they work down the road. Because as you know, I've done several things to try and improve my shoes and my pedals and my cleats to try and get rid of hot foot, and I'll link those videos up here. But it has helped by moving the cleat back to the center of the shoe, or more towards the center of the shoe, but has not eliminated the hot foot completely. So I'm going to test these out, and if I think that they're going to work, then the EOB said she might be interested in getting a set too. So I noticed when I was changing out the Duranos that they had a couple of little cuts and nicks in them, and I thought, you know, I have brand new Kojaks hanging on the wall inside the garage, so I'm going to go ahead and change them out. So that's what I did. I also had to change the brake rotors because they're directional. The Schwab Kojak tires, as far as I know, are non-directional or unidirectional. You can mount them either way. I did not notice any arrows on them. Duranos and other tires have directional rotation arrows on them, so you got to make sure you install them the correct way, like I mentioned before. So as you can see, it appears there's quite a bit of adjustment available on these pedals. The front strap is a ratcheting strap, so you can put your foot in and you can ratchet it down a little bit and get a nice snug fit. It's got an additional Velcro strap on the back towards the heel. I'm just going to ride it with my regular tennis shoes for the most part. I may ride it with sandals and stuff, because as you saw with the combination of two pedals, it adds about 4 pounds, so they are quite heavy. So if you're a weight weenie, these are definitely not for you. But if you're looking for something to get rid of hot foot, I'm told that these work. So we'll do some testing on that, so make sure you stay tuned and watch for updates as I ride with these pedals for a while and test them out. If I like them, then I'll keep them. If I don't really care for them, I'll let you know. I figured if nothing else, they'd be good for my trike that my kids ride, now that they all have different size feet and we don't have that many bike shoes, and then anybody can ride that trike and it's not a problem. So these pedals come with a counterweight to keep them weighted so they're easy to get into. They maintain the heel down position. The weight just comes off by a couple of screws on either side, and then you just pop the weight off. So right away, the thing I noticed, they feel funny. And that's because I'm just wearing my regular shoes. And for me, the way they line up with the crank arm, where it connects, where the pedal connects to the crank arm, almost exactly in the middle of my foot, which is where so many people recommend for recumbent cycling. So I'm going to take this out for a little spin and see how it feels. Then I'm going to remove the weights and I'm going to see if that makes a difference. Obviously I don't have any watt meters or anything like that, so I can't check all that stuff out, but now the one thing is as you saw, had a little bit of trouble getting into the pedals with the Velcro, so I may or may not keep the Velcro on there. I don't know that I necessarily need it, but I'm going to try it as it is. It's pretty easy to cinch down the pedals. Now the one thing I notice is once you get locked into these pedals, you're kind of locked in. So if you have trouble bending forward down to your feet when you're sitting on your trike, it could be an issue getting your feet out of these, because you don't want your foot coming out and you want to be able to pull, and so that's why you have the strap on the top. So it may be an issue if you can't bend forward to get to your feet. I know there are people with medical issues and other issues, and they can't bend forward all the way in their trike. When they're sitting in their trike, they can't lean forward and get to their feet, so that could be an issue. Getting used to the feel will take some time, like I said with my tennis shoes, because I was wondering why do they feel funny, but the nice thing is they have a big giant platform underneath the whole shoe. So it also feels like my tennis shoe now has become a cycling shoe, because it's got a nice firm foundation over the whole bottom of the shoe. So I'm gonna have to ride with these for a little while and check them out and see if I like them. They may be the hot foot solution. Okay, so just a quick little spin there. Took it out on the road a little bit. I noticed right away I can seem to transfer much more power to the pedals, and it just feels solid. I'm impressed. As far as the weight goes, I personally don't really notice it that much, but I haven't been out on a long ride with them, so that extra 4 pounds carrying around will make a difference over time. But for my short little ride right there, I didn't notice it. The one thing I did notice was, because of the difference in the position of the pedals compared to my clip-in pedals, I might have to adjust the boom a little bit, because as you know, even 1 or 2 millimeters can make all the difference in the world on your recumbent trike if you have the boom in the wrong place. So there's going to be some further testing. I am going to remove the weights and see. For me, it doesn't bother me. I can reach down and put the pedals on my feet and get into them and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so as you see, if you take the weights out, which is just a couple of hunks of steel that they have hacked off and put in their round bar stock, if you take those off, you lose about 14.7 pounds. No, I wish you lost 14 pounds. You lose about 14.7 ounces, so you lose almost a pound in weight. So for me, that is a game changer, to lose almost a pound. So to add a pound for the pedals, that's good. As it turns out, somebody's texting me like crazy. So by comparison, I'm adding probably 12 or 13 ounces compared to the old pedal. The old pedals themselves weigh in at 3.7 ounces, and that's a speed play. Now, that doesn't include the clips and all the other stuff that's attached to my shoes, the extensions, the mid-cleat, the midsole cleat extensions and things like that. All that extra weight on there doesn't include that. So I'm guessing, if we're talking things that are equal, the pedals and the other equipment that's on there, I'm guessing I probably added about 7-8 ounces per pedal, which really isn't bad. So I've added a pound overall if I take the weights out of the other one, which I will be doing. So just so you know, those of you who have these pedals, if you want to remove even more weight, if you've already removed the extra counterbalance weight that's on there and you want to remove more weight, just pop that little door off and pull out that extra piece of steel and you'll get them even lighter. I'm going to be doing a whole lot more testing on these, so stay tuned for that. Make sure you watch. Be sure to subscribe, and until next time, cheers. Now let's see if I can get out of them. No problem.